He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll go to the ground. And this home team defense is not rolling out the welcome mat for the visitors. They start their night stuffing the run.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Fires to the middle. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag down on the play. Let's see what that's about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line getting set on second down. Calls his own number. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Autzen. The RPO is complete. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. Convert that third down on the slant. Now everybody sort of settles into the game.
Yeah, you do have nerves. I mean, everybody does. Opening drive, you've watched film, and how good are they really? And you get that first down, you throw the quick timing slant. Now, everybody settle in. We're good. We got this.
Smith wants to throw. Using the quick game. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking to throw on first down. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Direct snap. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talk with the defensive coordinator coming into this game. He knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Pulls it in. It's Terrell. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They've got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Smith dropping to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hilton. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Well, this guy obviously spent a lot of time in the film room this week because he is dissecting this defense early in the game in the opening drive. Great job with his eyes, great job with his rhythm, an explosive play there. This defense does not have an answer for this dude.
On the move. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Not just so you get to make a big play on defense, but it's also a TFL, tackle for loss. Doesn't get better than that.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but it'll be stopped inches short.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. The snap sets up to throw. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. The Ducks are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Ducks backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Quickly to the tight end. He's loose at the 15. There he goes down the right side. He's at the 40. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Oh, and just like they drew it up, put it on the ground, fall on top of it, still get the 1st down. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Might be changing the route. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quickly complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. He is stopped inside the 15 at the 14-yard line, and an interesting call here on fourth down. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. Just drives it between the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Here come the Irish back on offense. I think the one thing you can say here, Jesse, is that both defenses have done a pretty good job mitigating damages.
Yeah, and on that last drive, not getting it on fourth basically only cost you 3 points. That's the good news. Let's just turn the page, David, and move on.
So I think you can still be aggressive. You can still go for it on fourth down. Now you know you can trust your defense.
On second and 10, a full wide out set, trips right. Smith wants to throw. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. Bringing it back. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Oregon.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Some kind of offense down 10-0. That's reeled in. It's Scott. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Get it out to the supersonic guy. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Using his feet. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it first and 10 at the 31. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
So now it's 2nd and long. Smith dropping to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Pulls it in. It's Blight. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Great place to start for this offense. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on 1st down. Going for it all. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And what a drive this has been so far by the defense. Of course, they're in their own end of the field. They're sort of in that fringe area, and they forced 2 straight incompletions. If they could force another one right here, it'd make it really tough on their opponent to kick a field goal.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the right. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Smith wants to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The power of Austin Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan. And the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays.
There he goes. The 30. The 10. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw on first down. He'll off one deep down the left side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. On the move, he fires. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
They get to him as he throws. Got him downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Ducks will have it 1st and 10. He wants to throw it again. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Right on the money. That grab puts him over 3,000 yards for his career.
That's impressive because every week he's got a target on his back. Defenses know the quarterback is looking his way. And still, David, this guy's been able to dice up coverages. 3,000 yards is a big number.
And that speaks to his talent, man. Like, the ability to make plays on the football, consistently catch the ball. Just 3,000 yards is a big number, big-time accomplishment, and it's had some big-time trust from his coaches and his players.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Looking deep down the right side. What a catch and what a throw along the sideline. Just sings it in there. A little Barishnikov for the toe tap. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. The Ducks trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. He wants to throw it. Incompleted. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Man, they could have flipped that field in a hurry, right? They've given up some yards. They're sitting in their own red zone. A chance to make a big play. Yeah, he could have made that interception and could have flipped this field.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And they've been able to get within 2 yards. Now will they try to throw it in for the score? Slams ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ducks!
How big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. This guy can throw it. Gets rid of it. Grab near the marker. It's Terrell. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Caught in the backfield. It's Terrell. Breaks into the open. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Now, that's the start you absolutely talked about and discussed in the locker room. This defense, they didn't have a lot of success in the first half. They needed some good things to go their way, get a stop, create some momentum. Great first drive by this defense. Now their offense has got to put some points on the board.
And the Ducks will line up to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Here come the Irish back on offense. This is a designed run. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. Just going to keep it after the snap. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Smith dropping to pass. And the missed connection on third down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
And they decided to go for it. They decided to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Quarterback may change this route. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Snap in the shotgun. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Motion from the wideout. Back to pass on second down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. He's got it at the 25. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Oregon. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Got his man downfield. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one.
Nice catch there. You know, I think back to great Golden Domer wide receivers and Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket Ismail, obviously. How about Jeff Samardzija? There's a name you don't hear very much anymore, but he was awesome for Brady Quinn back in the day. And all those guys had the ability to win one-on-one. Their quarterbacks knew that if they had that matchup outside, they were going to take it. And I think this quarterback feels the same way about that guy. He is just so dynamic outside.
Smith wants to throw. Going to take a shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game. And it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Scott. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And he wasn't able to push the ball downfield, so it turned into check down Charlie, and they didn't get it to the sticks.
It's the only place the quarterback could have gone with the ball race. That was the only spot for a play to be made. You just try to get it to your running back. You hope he can make a guy miss and maybe get north. Wasn't able to do that, and now we've got fourth down.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down. And I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations. And you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time. So you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing...
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Quickly complete. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
He's looking to throw. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. The Ducks trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. He wants to change this route. Wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Into the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
You got to love this job by the defense here in their own end. They're doing an outstanding job in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. Everybody's getting to their marks. They're breaking on the ball, and they forced 3 straight incompletions here with their backs against the wall.
Splits the uprights. Good. And now the lead's extended a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Mountain West. Hawaii is getting dominated today, and you know, the folks in Honolulu deserve better than this. No excuse ever for this kind of a clunker. They're trailing by 18 to BYU. Just another week in the Mountain West where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Fighting Irish now with a 3rd down play to open the final period. Smith dropping to pass. He'll take a deep shot here. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Looking down the middle. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
Looking downfield on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. And that's why the ball falls in.
Smith wants to throw. He's got an open man. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. This defense is trying to protect the lead. You have to make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Wants to adjust the pattern. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Throwing right. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the fourth quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
Makes the catch near the sideline, but he's down immediately before he gained an inch.
A nice catch, way to get your feet down, and your reward is 0 yards.
Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for second down. Wants to go up top. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Man, is that the opportunity they needed? That is exactly what this defense needed. They need to swing momentum. They needed to get the ball back to their offense if they wanted to win this football game. Just such a huge missed opportunity.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Touchdown, Ducks! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Well, he did a great job finding a crease on that two-point play. He gets it in, and the offense comes away with 8 points on the drive.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. defense in press coverage. Smith dropping to pass. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Direct snap. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's third down.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule.
Throws toward the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
How about that? This team is way up in this game, and they're still taking shots in the fourth quarter. There is no let-up.
The Ducks decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Here's the return. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him in.
Going downfield for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Smith wants to throw. Right down the middle. It's caught. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times.
Going for it all. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
And his throw is incomplete. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Here's the heat. And as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Complete downfield. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and in winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Wants to throw on first down. Lets it fly. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
Yeah, salt into her wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
From inside the 20, chance for great field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Smith dropping to pass. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
The sure hands. It's Terrell. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an out. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. This is a running back, man, that just finds a way to get it done. Critical 4th down. Everyone thinking they're going to throw the football, but they hand it off to him, and he helps keep this drive alive.
Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Smith wants to throw. He wants a big play here late. While the pass is incomplete, the flag is down. I think that was a free play for this offense. Defense was in the neutral zone. Defense really hurt itself with that penalty. Now it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick. And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've got, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Got it behind the line. It's Buck. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Caught by the receiver. Gain of 8. And that's good enough.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. They'll send the tight end in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking for the score. And a flag flies as the pass is incomplete. Let's see who it's on. And that one's going to be incomplete. He was throwing for the touchdown, but just couldn't get the foot down inbounds. On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. Sends it back in motion. He's looking to throw. The screen, and watch out. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And now they'll try to get the two-point conversion, guys. Smith dropping to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That keeps the score. Oregon, 42.
Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. The defense uses a timeout, and we are down to 11 seconds left to play.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback making checks. They'll move the wide receiver. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play.
Timeout, Oregon.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Finds his tight end. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive.
Offense is stopped. Will be a turnover on downs.
One more play to pad the stats. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
Slithers into space. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People are fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were